Recording in progress.
So the graph here is the first graph that I have made here is for the line which is sloping up, y is equals to mx plus c. And we know that if the line slopes up, then the gradient needs to be greater than zero, meaning the gradient needs to be a positive. If the line slopes down, then the gradient is less than zero, meaning it should be a negative here, resulting in the equation which is y is equals to negative mx plus c. So these are the two lines sloping up and sloping down. You can tell the direction of the line very easily if you know that the gradient is either positive or the gradient is a negative. Thirdly, अगर आपकी line horizontal straight line है, then the gradient is always going to be equal to zero, and the equation of the line then becomes y is equals to c. और अगर आपका gradient और अगर आपकी straight line vertical है, then the gradient is undefined, and we can say that the equation of the line is x is equals to a here. So linear equation के साथ ये basic information है which all of you must know before starting. I must say चाहे वो coordinate geometry हो या वो graphical solutions हो, obviously the two topics, they are very much related to each other here. So this is the basic information regarding your linear equations. And I'm assuming कि आप लोग सब अपने साथ आप लोगों ने notebook, paper, pen सब कुछ रखा हुआ है, and you are just noting down everything that is being said. So please do that. Secondly, you can have a quadratic curve. Quadratic equation is the equation which has the highest power of 2, and its y is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. Again, in this quadratic equation, the coefficient of x squared, which is a, holds a great importance. किस तरह से? अगर a value, which is the coefficient of x squared, this is less than 0. Sorry, this is greater than 0. If this a value is greater than 0 का मतलब है कि a value, it needs to be a positive, meaning coefficient of x square here needs to be a positive. Then just by looking at the equation very quickly, आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि ये जो curve बनेगा, ये minimum turning point के साथ बनेगा. This is the curve which concaves down. This is how it should be. जब ये कर्व इस तरह से बनेगा तो ये जो पॉइंट है, this is called your minimum point, your stationary point, or the vertex of the curve. And if you look at the curve here, you can see that this curve here is actually sloping down. Sloping down का मतलब है the gradient on this side has to be a negative. After the turning point, if you make a tangent here, then this tangent is a horizontal, and we have already discussed that the horizontal tangent has the gradient which is a 0. So the gradient slopes down, therefore negative. The curve slopes down, therefore the gradient is a negative. Here the gradient is a 0. And then again, after the minimum point, we can see that the curve is sloping up. ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है, increasing function है. Therefore the gradient needs to be a positive. मतलब ये कि इस साइड पर चाहे मैं कहीं भी, if I make a tangent, तो उस tangent के लिए gradient will be a negative. If I make a tangent here, then the gradient is going to be 0 at the stationary point, and after that कहीं पर भी इस कर्व के किसी भी पॉइंट पर अगर मैं tangent बनाती हूँ तो इसका gradient positive होगा. यही चीज अगर a less than 0 है, so if a is less than 0, that means it should be having a negative value. So a less than 0 having a negative value, and again we know a is actually the coefficient of x squared. So what is the nature of the curve? It has to be the curve which should be having a maximum turning point. A less than 0 मतलब negative है, coefficient of x square negative है, तो curve is always going to have a maximum turning point. And again I can see maximum turning point यहाँ पर अगर हमने tangent बनाया है तो ये tangent का gradient is always going to be equal to 0 here. And then before the turning point, you can see that the curve is going up, it's sloping up, therefore increasing function है, so the gradient value needs to be a positive. And इसी point, maximum point, stationary point के बाद, if I look at the curve, I can see that it slopes down. So if it slopes down, तो आप चाहे यहाँ पे कहीं भी tangent बना रहे होंगे, the gradient here is going to be negative. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Moving on to cubic equation. Cubic equation, cube का मतलब है the power of x needs to be a 3. So y is equals to ax plus b. पहला form तो cubic equation का ये हो सकता है. And in this particular form, what I can see is I have the cubic function. उसके बाद मेरे पास कोई भी variable term नहीं है. It's just ax cube and then no x square, no x, nothing. Just an ax cube and then the constant. And one thing here, if we have a constant, constant is the term which is without an x value. So if we have this constant here, then this constant is actually representing the y-intercept. This is for every equation. The c is representing the y-intercept. Here the c is also representing the y-intercept. So the constant always gives us the y-intercept here. So if this is y is equals to ax cubed plus b, then what you can see is again this a holds a great importance. If this value of a is greater than 0, मतलब अगर ये positive है, तो the shape of the curve goes this way, right? इस shape पे जाहिर है, like you can tell कि यहाँ पे you don't see a maximum or a minimum point, but there is a point जहाँ पर हम अगर tangent बनाते हैं तो उसका gradient 0 आ जाता है. Like this point here, I can see that this point, if I make a tangent here, then the gradient here becomes a 0. A is greater than 0 here. And this is the shape of the curve. And I can see a greater than 0, it slopes up throughout, right? It is just sloping up. अगर a less than 0 है, तो इसी का shape opposite है, it just slopes down. It slopes down here. And again, at this point, I can have a tangent, which is a straight horizontal line, and the gradient in this case becomes a 0. The other form of cubic equation is y is equals to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. Please, अगर आप लोगों के पास इस वक्त कोई question है regarding anything, just hold it. After explaining all the types of the sketches that I have here, I will just come back to your questions and then I'll answer them. Second form of your cubic equation is y is equals to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So here I can see after x cubed, मेरे पास x square भी है, x भी है, and then I have this constant also. So I know that the graph intersects the y-axis at d, this being the constant. Again, coefficient of x cubed. This is again, this coefficient is very, very important. Please, अगर आपके सामने कोई भी polynomial है, सबसे पहले आपने कोफिशिएंट चेक करना है हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ द टर्म का. जो भी आपकी हाईएस्ट पावर टर्म है उसका कोफिशिएंट चेक करो. अगर उसका कोफिशिएंट पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव है, अकॉर्डिंगली यू नीड टू हैव द शेप ऑफ द कर्व. सो सबसे पहले ड्रॉ करने से पहले एटलीस्ट एक रफ आइडिया जरूर कर लेना कि आपका शेप बनना किस तरह से. लाइक ए एक्स क्यूब्ड प्लस ए एक्स स्क्वायर्ड. सो अगेन ए greater than 0. So this is the shape of the curve, of this cubic curve. First, it's the maximum turning point, then it comes down to minimum turning point, and then it goes up again. So here again, maximum या minimum turning point always gives us the gradient value, which is a 0. It's a horizontal line here. Always the gradient value, which is a 0. Here the gradient is positive, then a 0 at the maximum turning point. Then it comes down, therefore the gradient on this side becomes negative, then again a 0, and then goes up gradient positive. यही केस अगर a लेस देन 0 है, मतलब a की वैल्यू अगर नेगेटिव है, तो इट्स जस्ट द ऑपोजिट. First, you will be having a minimum turning point, then the maximum turning point, and then the curve goes down again. Meaning, on this side, if I write your gradient values, यहाँ पे gradient value negative है because it's sloping down. After the minimum point, it's a positive, slopes up, and after the maximum point, again, it's the curve which is sloping down, therefore this is a negative. और इस केस में, पहले केस में जब a greater than 0 है, first it's a positive, here it's a 0, then it's a negative, here again it's a 0, and then again it becomes a positive here. So this is all regarding your cubic curves. Then we have the reciprocal curve. Reciprocal curve are the curves which are represented by y is equals to a by x. So the graph here is a hyperbola and the curve approaches but never touches the axes, and the axes are called the asymptotes to the curve. अब इसमें क्या हो रहा है? Here, one thing is very important for everybody to know, that if you have any value which gets divided by 0, then your answer becomes undefined. It's infinity. Any number divided by 0 and the answer is undefined. It's infinity. How to represent infinity? Zahir hai, undefined function hai. How can you represent that? For that, you must say that again, it's the coefficient which is a. If a is greater than 0, right? If a is greater than 0, here I have the graph which is y is equals to a by x. I'm considering the first case here. So y is equals to a by x. What I can tell is if this is greater than 0, then the graph is asymptotic towards both the axes. It's never going to touch the axes on any side, but then it gets close to the axes, and here I have said that it never touches the axes, and the axes are called the asymptotes here. It's the graph is then going to be in the first quadrant and then in the third quadrant. Or opposite cases, agar a less than 0 hai, then obviously it's going to be in the second quadrant, never touching both the axes, and then it's going to be in the fourth quadrant. Again, both the axes are being asymptotic here. दूसरा जो हमारा रेसिप्रोकल ग्राफ आता है दैट इज y is equals to a by x squared. A by x squared again वही केस है कि x is in the denominator, so if it gets divided by 0 it becomes undefined, therefore it is an asymptotic function again on the x and the y axes both. अब वही बात कि अगर a greater than 0 है then it's asymptotic in the first quadrant and in the second quadrant. And if it's less than 0 then it is going to be asymptotic in the third and in the fourth quadrant. और उसका reason आप लोग बहुत आसानी से खुद भी समझ सकते हैं कि अगर a positive है तो x squared value अगर x negative भी है and because being a squared value if you square it it becomes a positive, meaning y in all the cases will be a positive here, right? And that is when your a is greater than 0. मगर ये a के साथ अगर if you are having a negative value तो इस negative पे चाहे x positive हो obviously your phi function becomes a negative, so x positive y is a negative. All right, so the final here is the case for exponential students, exponential functions, and for exponential functions it's y which is equals to ar to the power x. X is now the power. X is now the power, its y is equals to ar to the power of x. So this is a very typical case when the graph just crosses the y-axis and then it becomes asymptotic towards the negative x-axis when your x is greater than 0. So y is equals to ar to the power of x is greater than 0. So x is greater than 0. This is then going to be the shape of the graph, and it's going to be opposite when your x is less than 0. So this is how the graph is going to be. X is less than 0. This is how the graph is going to be. And then the question is, why is the graph on the y-axis is equal to 1? So we know that if it is any number to the power of 0, because on the y-axis, we know that the x value is equal to a 0. So if you have y, which is equals to ar to the power of 0, any number to power of 0 gives me a 1. So my answer is an a. So if the coefficient here is a 1, then I can say that this touches the graph at 1. Otherwise, it can have any coefficient value which the graph has here. So this is what your basic graphical functions are, which can come in your exam, and you should know how to sketch these curves. At least एक rough idea students को होना चाहिए कि हम क्या बना रहे हैं और ये functions की क्या importance है, किस तरह से बनाए जाते हैं. So after this, I would like to start the past paper questions, and I will like to start with a very easy question so that progression के साथ हम अपने concepts को refine करते जाएंगे. So let's start with questions here. I have taken this question, which is from May-June 2024 and paper 1-2, and May-June 2024 paper 1-2. This graph is given to me, and this one says the graph shows the diagram shows the graph of y is equals to 1 by x plus x by 2. So I can see the reciprocal function here, 1 by x, it's the reciprocal function. So obviously हमें पता है कि अगर ये reciprocal function है, So now we should know that this graph will never touch the axes. In fact, it will be asymptotic towards the x and the y axes. So I can see that the graph is not at all touching the two axes here. So we are given the graph, and by drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve when x is equals to 2. So they are first telling us to draw a tangent and then estimate the gradient of the curve when x is equals to 2. So these are few keywords that we have in the question. So x is equals to 2. This is my graph here. This is my point here on the graph for x is equals to 2. So here I should be making a tangent. So with the help of scale and pencil, you should be making your graph. And you have to try your best to make a straight line which is intersecting the graph just at one point. You should try your best कि आपका जो straight line बन रही हो वो उस graph को एक ही point पे touch करे. So this is what I'm trying my best to do at this point.
शफीक आवाज आ रही है
बोलो
खोलो खोलो खोलो
क्या
So to read these values, it's 2, and the other point that I have here,
Speak.
the y coordinate here is a 1.4, and the other point which is very much readable is, let's say, it's this point which is 0 and 1. So to make, after drawing the tangent, I need to have the gradient on this curve. So to get the curve here, the gradient here, I should say that this is my m, which is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now for this given line, I have already located 2 points. एक तो given था, which is 2 and a 1.4 from the graph, और दूसरा मैंने locate किया from the line, any point which is very much readable to me. So I could say 0 and 1 is very much readable. If you want to have another point, then you can say it's a 1 here, and then other points also which are readable on the line. Okay, ये points थोड़े decimal values में आ रहे हैं. So instead of having the point which gives us a decimal value, I feel more comfortable with the value which is more easy here, and that value is actually the y-intercept which I'm getting on this line. हर वक्त जरूरी नहीं है कि y-intercept ही readable हो सकता है कि आपके पास कोई एक और point आ रहा हो जो कि बहुत readable है. एक यहाँ पे this point is very much readable. I'll just mark it here. ये भी बहुत readable है, like it's very much clear. This point also is very much clear. So it's your choice, whatever you want to take. So in my case, I'm going for A, 2 and 1.4, and point B, which is 0 and a 1. So this is representing my x1 and y1, and B is representing my x2 and a y2. So substituting the values here, I can say it's a 1.4 minus 1 divided by a 2 minus 0, which gives me a 0.4 divided by 2. And my answer here comes out to be 0.4 divided by 2. My answer is coming out to be a 0.2 here.
अबे इससे अच्छा cinematics देख लो
So this is 0.2 here, and this is going to be the grade. So y is equals to 1 by x plus x by 2. This is actually the equation that we have been given in the very start of the question. And they're saying by drawing a suitable line on the grid, find the solutions of. Now this line here does not mean कि मुझे इसी का equation, इसी के लिए line बनानी होगी. So suitable line का मतलब ये है कि first thing is I should be having the equation which is actually given in the question. जिसका curve already या तो हमने बनाया हुआ होगा previous part में या given होगा. So the given graph is for y is equals to 1 by x plus x by 2. So यहाँ पे जो equation दी हुई है, that is a 1 by x minus a 5x by 2 and then plus 1, which is equals to 0. So I can adjust it and I can say it's 1 by x, which is equals to 5x by 2, and then a negative 1. So 1 by x is already there in this given equation, जिसका graph हमें already दिया हुआ था. The only thing is x by 2 is the term which we need to balance here. So I will do some balancing with this 1 by x, which is already there. I will do this balancing so that I get an x by 2. और ये x by 2 balancing का मतलब है I should be adding this x by 2 on both the sides of the equation. So adding them on both the sides of the equation, what you can see here is that you are getting a 1 by x plus x by 2. And then this here would be 5x plus 5x by 2 plus x by 2. That would give you a 6x by 2 minus 1. Meaning, अगर मुझे compare करना है given graph को, तो I should say that I will be comparing it with 3x and a minus 1. Meaning here I have two equations. एक तो already given है, which is y is equals to 1 by x minus plus x by 2, and the second equation that I have here is y is equals to 3x minus 1. सिर्फ अगर इस equation को मैंने इस grid पे draw कर लिया, तो I will be getting the x coordinates for the solution here. So keeping in mind that I have y is equals to 3x minus 1, I have y is equals to 3x minus 1, which is the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So what is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is a minus 1 and the gradient is a 3 value. So just for a 3-mark question, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on drawing this line. In fact, I will be making use of the y-intercept and the gradient. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept is a minus 1. This point here, it's a minus 1. The gradient is a 3. So here, हमें ये पता है कि gradient is actually the ratio for rise over run. ठीक है, rise over run का मतलब है कि यहाँ पे जो रेशियो मेरे पास है वो 3/1 का है. मीनिंग from this point, from this one given point that I have, which is the y-intercept, I should be going 3 units upwards because the gradient is a positive. So going 3 units upwards, it's 1, 2, and then 3. I have moved 3 units upward, and then 1 unit I need to go in the horizontal direction. So from 2, I can which goes this way, and this line will be representing y is equals to 3x minus 1. So just reading the values which I have as the intercepts of the graph and the straight line, the given graph and the straight line, I can see that this value here is a 0.9. It's a 0.9 here, and this value here is going to be a 0. Approximately it's a 0.5 here. So approximately the 2x in negative 0.5 here. So approximately I can see that the two x-intercepts that I should be having in this case are a negative 0.5 and a positive 0.9. So this is the question that I had chosen. A very basic question. I know बहुत से students को शायद ये सारी concepts पता भी होंगे. A very basic question so that एटलीस्ट हमें एक नैक आ जाए इस टॉपिक का कि इस टॉपिक में हमें करना क्या है. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज ग्रेडियंट एंड द सेकंड थिंग इज बैलेंसिंग. बैलेंसिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ग्रेडियंट हमें पता है y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 बहुत आसानी से हो जाता है. फॉर बैलेंसिंग, दिस इज हाउ वी डू द बैलेंसिंग. जो चीज आपके पास नहीं है, just bring it on the other side and then balance it. Like I can see that यहाँ पर हमने इसको बैलेंस किया है with this x by 2. ये x by 2 it was already there in this equation, in the given equation जो हमारे graph actual graph से start हो रही थी. So to get the solution here, I have balanced it with this x by 2 and then just solve the equation, getting this linear equation which I have to draw on the grid. 3x minus 1. Minus 1 is the y-intercept. Gradient is 3. So with respect to negative 1 and the gradient as 3, I have drawn the line. लाइन बनाने के लिए ऑब्वियसली मुझे सिर्फ 2 पॉइंट्स चाहिए थे. So I said, all right, 1, 2, 3, 3 units rise. हम ऊपर गए हैं, हम upwards move कर रहे हैं because the gradient is a positive. यही gradient अगर negative होता, I would have moved down. So 3 units up, the rise, and then 1 unit was my run. So horizontally, it's a 1 unit here. I just got 2 points. One was -1, the other was 1, 2, and then with those 2 lines, I made my straight line and then gotten the 2 x-intercepts. This was the very basic question that I had for you people to understand the topic. Now for second one, let's start the second one here. So for the second one, I must go for, I would like to take a question which is from year 2011, but it's a very critical question here. It's a heavy question, it's a conceptual question, so I would really like everyone to pay attention here to solve this one. So this is from winter 2011, paper 2-2, and question number 8. So to start this question, there are 2 companies, A and B, started 10 years ago. Initial investments of $25 or multiples of $25 could be made when company A started business. So either 25 in investments here, they were either for 25 or the multiples of 25. This is one condition for the investments जब हमने company A start की है. मतलब ये कि या तो वो 25 होंगे या multiples of 25, meaning it could be a 50, it could be a 75, it could be a 100. This is how it can go, 125, 150. Investment हम इस तरह से start कर सकते हैं. अब the reason why they are saying it's a multiple of 25, because अगर हम equal interval पे किसी चीज को start करते हैं तो हम उन्हें by ratio method compare करके किसी और multiple, अगर investment let's say multiple of 200 से, अगर investment हमने 200 से start की है, so we can very easily compare it by the ratio here. That we'll do in the later parts of the questions. So $25 or multiples of 25 here could be made when company A started the business. So the table shows the value of 28, 31, 35, 39, so on. The table is given to us. Part 1 says calculate the value of an initial investment of $500 after 8 years, right? So this is what I was saying, कि initial investment agar 500 है तो 500 भी it's a multiple of 25. It's a multiple of 25. So directly उन्होंने ये नहीं कहा कि आपने 25 से ही start की. It is still a multiple of 500 and they are starting the company, the investment in company A as $500. So 8 years के बाद इस 500 की value क्या बनती है? This is what you are supposed to find out. So to find this out, what I will do here is 8 years के बाद, if I look at the $25 investment, they have started with $25 investment here. So what I know is कि अगर $25 investment initial थी, so I'm getting $62 after 8 years. So that means अगर ratio method say I'm starting with $500 here. So what is going to be my investment after 8 years? So I can very easily say that this A then is going to be 62 into 500 divided by 25, and I can get my answer, which comes out to be $1,240. So these are some critical, simple, basic questions they might ask for graphical representations or graphical function solution here. This is what part 1 is, just for 1 mark. On the grid, plot the points given in the table and join them with a smooth curve. So joining them with a smooth curve, I have done this part to just save some time. आपके पास जो points given थे, the points which are given in the table, 0 and 25. So starting with 25, this is my 25 value here. I've already marked all the points, and then this is the curve that I am going to have here for the given values. So this is not difficult. Obviously, I can just tell here that when x is a 0, y is a 25. So x0, y 25 is here. With x as 1, 25, and then 26, 27, 28, I've marked the points. X as 2, it was a 31. So this point was marked as a 31. Then with 3, it's a 35. Then with 4, it's a 39 marked here. Then with 5, it's a 44 marked here, and then so on. I've just completed the curve. It was a very simple, basic thing to plot the points and then to make the smooth curve. So this is already done here. I hope it's clear to everyone. आगे जो points हैं, they are quite interesting. Using your graph, find x. You need to find x when the values of an initial investment of $100 had increased to 168. ग्राफ जो हमने बनाया है इसमें initial investment was for $25, but now they are saying it should be an investment for $100. तो अगर $100 की investment है, so what should be the value of x so that it reaches a 168? So again here, I will be using my ratio method, and for the ratio method, what I am going to say is कि अगर 100 years पर अगर $100 की इन्वेस्टमेंट पर you are getting the rate of $168. हमें नहीं पता after how many years. This is what they are asking to find out. X after how many years? We just don't know this. But हमें ये पता है कि अगर यही इन्वेस्टमेंट $25 की होती तो उस वक्त ये X value, like this is what I'm supposed to find out. So can I simply say from here that X is actually equal to 168 into 25 divided by 100. Or I can say it's a 25 and a 4, and it's a 168 divided by 4 giving me a 42. So I know that my x on the y-axis, it should be for 42 on the y-axis.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Sorry?
ma'am,
You have a query, beta?
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am. Can
please ask.
ma'am, can you please again?
क्या चीज explain कर दूं? Let me know.
Ma'am, ये सवाल
ये सवाल मैं एक्सप्लेन कर दूं. अच्छा देखो, यहाँ पे जो सबसे पहली चीज है ना, वो इस कंपनी में ये बताई गई है कि कंपनी दो कंपनीज हैं, दोनों ने अपनी इन्वेस्टमेंट से स्टार्ट किया था, तो ऑब्वियसली विद टाइम दे विल बी मेकिंग सम प्रॉफिट, राइट. अब कंपनी ए के बारे में दे आर गिविंग अस दिस इंफॉर्मेशन कि उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया है विद $25, एंड दे आर ऑल्सो सेइंग कि अगर आप स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं $25 में और मुझे भी स्टार्ट करना है, तो आई कैन स्टार्ट एन इन्वेस्टमेंट विथ मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25. ठीक है. अब मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25 का मतलब है इट्स अ टेबल ऑफ 25, राइट. मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25 times 2, that's a 50, then it's a 75, then it's 100. मैं इन वैल्यूज के साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट स्टार्ट कर सकती हूँ. ठीक है. मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25, ये वो वैल्यूज हैं जिसमें आई कैन स्टार्ट माई इन्वेस्टमेंट विथ. If I move on, it could be a 125, it could be a 150, it's a 175, it's a 200, and so on. ठीक है. मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25. तब जरूरी नहीं है कि मैंने अगर 25 के साथ स्टार्ट किया तो आप भी 25 के साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हो सकता है कि आपने 500 की इन्वेस्टमेंट की हो, या हो सकता है कि किसी और ने 150 की इन्वेस्टमेंट की हो. So this is basically what they are trying to say with regard to this question. Initial investment of $25 or multiples of 25 could be made when company A started the business. यहाँ तक समझ आ गया?
जी मैम.
ठीक है. उसके बाद फिर उन्होंने 25 की इन्वेस्टमेंट का हमें टेबल शो कर दिया कि 10 years में इनके पास पहले साल में जो वैल्यू आ रही है that is 28. सेकेंड ईयर में the value reaches a $31. थर्ड ईयर में it reaches a $35. ठीक है. मगर अगर किसी ने $100 के साथ इन्वेस्ट किया है तो जाहिर है उसकी वैल्यू मुख्तलिफ होगी. और क्योंकि हम मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25 इक्वल इंटरवल की बात कर रहे हैं, यू कैन सी दैट मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25 का मतलब है देयर आर इक्वल इंटरवल्स. 25 to 50 it's a 50, 50 to 75 again a 50. तो क्योंकि इक्वल इंटरवल्स हैं तो हम उसको बहुत आसानी से रेशियो मेथड के साथ कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. किस तरह से कि अगर पहले ही क्वेश्चन में दे आर सेइंग कि इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर $500 है, तो 8 इयर्स में इस इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट $500 के साथ वो क्या अमाउंट बन जाती है. दिस इज व्हाट दे आर आस्किंग, राइट. 8 इयर्स के बाद ये 500 इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट कितनी अमाउंट बन जाएगी. सो फॉर दैट हमने क्या किया, हमने इसको कंपेयर किया. हमने कहा ऑलराइट 25 इयर्स जो कि गिवन टेबल है, इसमें इसने इन्वेस्ट किया था 25 इनिशियली. आफ्टर 8 इयर्स इट बिकेम अ 62. तो अगर यही इन्वेस्टमेंट 500 की जाती है, इन्वेस्टमेंट इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट 500 की जाती है, तो 8 इयर्स के बाद इसकी अमाउंट क्या होगी. सो ऑब्वियसली इट्स गोइंग टू बी एन ए. सो दिस इज हाउ आई एम गेटिंग दिस ए वैल्यू, which is 62 times 500 over a 25. Is it clear?
मैम आपने इन दोनों
जी,
का रेशियो
रेशियो लिया है ना.
ठीक है
25 years में 25 investment. After 8 years it became a 62. So after 8 years it became a 62. So अगर initial investment अभी $500 है, तो उसकी amount क्या होगी? That's going to be an A amount. So this A amount is going to be 62 times 500 over 25. Correct?
यस
Clear हो गया?
जी मैम
ठीक है. अब फिर सेकंड ये तो बहुत ही सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन था कि ग्रिड पर प्लॉट द पॉइंट्स गिवन इन द टेबल एंड जॉइन देम विद अ स्मूथ कर्व. सो द टेबल वाज ऑलरेडी गिवन. इन्हीं पॉइंट्स को प्लॉट करते हुए आई हैव मेड दिस कर्व. सो एनी प्रॉब्लम हियर? एनी प्रॉब्लम हियर?
नो मैम
नो. नाउ थर्ड पार्ट में जिस तरह पहले उन्होंने कहा था कि $500 की इन्वेस्टमेंट है, थर्ड पार्ट में दे आर सेइंग इसी ग्राफ को यूज करते हुए फाइंड x when the value of an initial investment of $100 had increased to 168. ठीक है. अब $100 increased to 168, तो $100 आपने इन्वेस्ट किया and it became a 168. ठीक है. तो अगर $25 आप इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, तो ये इसकी अमाउंट क्या हो जाती है. बेसिकली वी आर फाइंडिंग द अमाउंट, राइट. तो $100 आपने इन्वेस्ट किया, इट बिकेम अ 168. 25 अगर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, तो फिर वो अमाउंट क्या बनती है. सो अगेन यूजिंग दिस रेशियो मेथड आई एम गेटिंग दिस वैल्यू ऑफ b, एंड दिस वैल्यू ऑफ b इज एक्चुअली अ 42, राइट. अब ये वैल्यू ऑफ b क्या है. Obviously it's the amount, it's $42, isn't it so? And what is the x value? The x value का मतलब है number of years. They are asking for number of years. कितने टाइम पीरियड में दिस $100 इन्वेस्टमेंट इज गोइंग टू बिकम $42. सो $42 अगर हम इसको यहाँ पे कंपेयर करते हैं, तो $42 इज हियर एट दिस पॉइंट. सो विद दिस 42 कैन आई गेट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ x, which is approximately a 4 point, like we have a 5 here, so I can say that this value is a 4.6. So can I say that x value here is going to be 4.6 years. मतलब अगर आपने $100 initial investment की, तो it will become a 168 in what time period? 4.6 years. I hope it's-
मैम आप 25 मेंशन
Sorry? Sorry?
हम इधर लिखा हुआ है तो आपको कैसे पता
मुझे क्या कैसे पता. आपकी आवाज ड्रॉप हो गई है.
मैम इधर लिखा हुआ है
Find x, right? What is x? X the number of years है ना. You have x which is number of years here.
हाउ डू यू नो कि 20 जो
अच्छा, is 100 a multiple of 25,
yes
right? They have given us the statement in the very beginning, initial investment of $25 or multiples of 25. So is it possible to make an investment of $100? की जा सकती है ना. अच्छा, तो अगर 25 आप 25 यही ओपन हो जाता है, you can have an investment of $25. The other person can have an investment for $100 also. हो सकता है ना.
जी मैम
right? अच्छा, अब I can compare also. I can say यहाँ पे दे आर सेइंग अगर आपने $100 की इन्वेस्टमेंट की है तो कहीं जाके किसी टाइम पीरियड पे, दे हैवंट मेंशन्ड द टाइम पीरियड, राइट? सो किसी टाइम पीरियड के बाद ये $100 विल बी $168. आई डू नॉट नो द टाइम पीरियड, राइट? बट आई नो कि आगे चल के आफ्टर सम इयर्स this $100 will be $168. So $100 becomes a $168 here. ठीक है? तो वही इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर किसी ने 25 की है तो उसको क्या अमाउंट प्रॉफिट में मिल रही होगी? डू आई नो दैट? आई डोंट नो दिस, राइट? बट देन अगर कंपेयर करके आई कैन गेट दिस बी वैल्यू which is actually $1.42. So $1.42 on the y-axis is being represented here, right? हमने इस टेबल पे value of dollar after few years यही बताया हुआ है. So this $1.42, how much time will this $1.42 be taken for the $100 investment? That's a 4.6 over here. अब समझ आई?
जी मैम
ठीक है? तो ये हम सब comparison ratio method, this is what is being applied to this question. ठीक है? Ratio method, and this statement here is very important when they say that there is an initial investment of $25 or multiples of 25. So you can see यहाँ पे जो हमने compare किया investment cost, it's a 500. It is a multiple of 25. Then $100, that also is a multiple of 25. Got it? ठीक है? So $100 की अगर आप investment करते हैं and it has become $168, तो ये कब possible हुआ? It was possible in the 4.6 year of the time.
ठीक है मैम
चलें, तो this was all about company A. ठीक है? company A का investment के बारे में this was all it was about. Part B, it says initial investment of $25 was made when company B started business. अब हमने शुरू में ही कहा था कि there are two companies starting the business. So अब company B, this has started the business. So इस केस के लिए they have said that the value $y after x years is given by the equation y is equals to 3.7x plus 25. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पर they have given us the equation कि यहाँ पर ये constant तरीके से इनकी investment बढ़ती चली जाएगी. Again, keeping in mind what is x? X is the time period, and what is y? That's the value of the money that they have invested. Right? Y पे हमने यही रखा है value of dollars, value in dollars, और x that's the time period. So जब हम इस equation की बात कर रहे हैं, so this is y is equals to 3.75 times x plus 25. Plus 25 का मतलब है कि जब x 0 है, meaning initial investment, तो इनकी भी investment, initial investment, what is that? It's a $25. So starting इन्होंने भी $25 से ही की है. So 3.75 times x. Again, what is x? You should know that x is the time period, time in years. And what is y? It's the value in dollars. So calculate the value of an initial investment of 500 after 8 years. So again, 500 is a multiple of what you call it, a 25. So they are saying 8 years के बाद इसकी investment क्या हो जाएगी? तो सबसे पहले तो मुझे ये पता होना चाहिए कि यहाँ पर अगर मैं इसको देख रही हूँ तो again इस केस में जब x 0 है तो दे आर स्टार्टिंग विद 25, राइट? सो अगेन कंपैरिजन हमारा इसी $25 के साथ ही होगा. इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन इट इज अ $25. फिर मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25, कंपनी बी ने भी मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 25 के साथ ही बिजनेस करना है. Starting investment has to be a multiple of 25. Again, I can see it is 500, which is a multiple of 25. After 8 years, what is it going to be? तो जिसने $25 इन्वेस्ट किया, इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट जिसने $25 किया था, तो 8 years के बाद इसके पास भी तो कोई अमाउंट आ रही होगी ना. So this 8 years is actually the value of x. So what I can say is that after 8 years, starting with an initial investment of 25, this becomes 3.75 times 8 and then plus 25. And then if I calculate this value, then this value comes out to be $55. मतलब अगर किसी ने 25 years $25 invest किया है initially, तो after 8 years this person will be getting $55. तो अगर कोई 500 इन्वेस्ट करता है, so again what I will be using here is the comparison or the ratio method. Now I'm saying 25 की investment के साथ after 8 years this person is getting 55. तो अगर किसी ने 500 इन्वेस्ट किया है तो 500 की अमाउंट क्या होगी? Let's call this amount as S. इसकी अमाउंट क्या होगी? So can I say that this 25 and a 500 I can simplify it as it's a 5 and a 100, or I can say it's a 5 and a 20. So this value S is then going to be 20 times 55, and it comes out to be $11,100. Is that clear? Is that clear? It's a very critical question which I would like to just share it with all my students.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear?
जी मैम, जी मैम.
On the grid, draw the graph of y is equals to 3.75x plus 25. So again, the y-intercept here is a 25. So I will go with my traditional method of having a point as 25 on the y-axis. So having the point 25 on the y-axis, I can say this is my point 25 on the y-axis. And then I have 3.75 here. So I can just take any of the values. Like I can say, let's say, okay, to just make the graph, I can say, let's have X as 6 years. Sorry, it should be X as 6 years. So substituting X as 6 years, I can say it's 3.75 into 6 and then plus 25. And then what is this value? This value would come out to be 3.75 times 6 plus 25, and this would give me 4.47.5, right? So this is $47.5. So 6 years per, it should be a $47.5. So another point that I can have is 6 years per, it's a $47.5. So 6 years is here, 6 years is here. Going up to 47.5, I should be having a point which is marked here. So marking that point, it's a 40, 45, 46. This is my point, right? So $25, again, initial investment, and then 47.5 after 6 years. To make a line, I just need 2 points. So joining the 2 points, I can say कि जो मेरी line है, it should be going like this. This is how my line would be for y is equals to 3.75x and then plus 25. So this is actually my B part 2. So I'll simply say that this is my B part 2 here. Right? So do write this on the line so that the examiner knows what you have done. Okay, now using your graph part C, I hope up till here everything is clear. Part C, using your graph, find the value of X when an initial investment of $25 had increased to the same value in each company, meaning company A and B. So same value का मतलब है it has to be the point of intersection. Same value उसी वक्त होती है when we have common points here. So we have the graph for company A. This was representing company A. And we have the graph also for company B. So where are they intersecting? I can see that they are intersecting somewhere over here. They are intersecting somewhere here. So again, if they are intersecting somewhere here, then I can see that the values are 4.6 and a 42. So what is actually the time period here? It's a 4.6 years. 4.6 years में जाके दोनों का same दोनों की जो amount है they are both having the same value in each company. वही multiples of 25 के साथ investment हुआ था. जो point of intersection है that is at 4.6 years. Find the value of X. So this is what I should be having as my answer. Correct? D part 1, it says by drawing a tangent to the graph representing an investment in company A, find the rate of increase of this investment when x is equals to 7. What do we mean by rate of increase? Rate of increase actually represents the gradient. Rate of increase actually represents the gradient value. Gradient value, if we are saying it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, rate is always referred to as time. So if I'm saying it's y2 minus y1, then on the y-axis, we already know that it's the value in dollars, right? जो कि आपने invest किया हुआ है और फिर हर साल के बाद उसकी amount क्या होती है. And then x2 minus x1, that's the time period. So rate is always with respect to the time. So it's the values in dollar over the time period. This is actually the rate of increase. Rate meaning the time, or increase किसका हो रहा है? That is the value that has been, or the amount that has been invested in the company. So अब हमें कहाँ पे बनाना है? We have to have a tangent for company A when x is a 7. So x is a 7, keeping in mind that we have to make a tangent when x is a 7. So x equals 7 is actually this point. X equals 7 on the x-axis, the time period, matlab 7 years. So 7 years on the graph of A is this point. This point per I have to make the tangent. So if I need to make the tangent at this point, again, just be very, very careful कि ये tangent, it should be touching the graph at just one point on your curve. Try your best कि graph एक ही point को touch करे. बास केसेस में मुश्किल हो जाता है कि वो एक ही पॉइंट को टच कर रहा होगा, बट ट्राई योर बेस्ट कि एक ही पॉइंट को वो टच कर रहा हो या मिनिमम पार्ट ऑफ द ग्राफ को वो टच करे. सो इफ आई मेक द लाइन हियर, this is the line that I will be having on this graph. This is going to be my tangent. So with this as tangent, x is equals to 7. Let's read this value first. This value is x equals 7. And then the y value I can say is a 45. I have 55. I have x as 7 and then the y value which is a 55 here. Any other value which is readable to me? It's this point here which is very much readable. And this point is representing 3. It's 3 years here on the x-axis. And it's a $30 investment with respect to these. To this tangent. So with respect to 755 and 330, I can get the rate over here. I got this one of the point, let's call that point 7, that was representing 7 and a 55. और जो दूसरा point हमने mark किया था, that was representing 3 and a 30. So I can get the gradient value here. I can see that the gradient value is 55 minus 30 over 7 minus 3, which is 25 over 4, and 25 by 4 will actually give me 6.25. Meaning here I can say that this is going to be $6.25 per year. This is going to be the rate of increase of the investment when your x is equals to a 7. And then state the rate of increase of investment in company B. So at the same time, company B में क्या rate of investment होगा? Company B के लिए हमारे पास, they had given us this equation, which was y is equals to 3.75 plus 25. This is your equation in company B, right? This is the equation in company B. Y is equals to 3.75 plus 25. Now we have already discussed कि अगर company B का investment plan was represented by this equation, y equals 3.75x plus 20 plus 25. So this is a linear equation, and the gradient here already discussed. Actually, the gradient represents the rate of increase. Gradient in this case is a 3.75. So I know company B के लिए जो investment rate है, that is a $3.75 per year. इनका investment rate has a constant value, जबकि company A के लिए investment rate will be having a different value for each year. जैसे कि हमने x is equals to 7 पे check किया था, पूरा gradient find किया. So we got the gradient and it was a $6.25 per year. So this is the difference between the two companies, A and B. Company B, it has a fixed rate of increase of the investment, which is a $3.75 per year. That is the gradient value. Gradient for a linear line remains a constant throughout. Company A, changing values हैं 7 years पे अगर मुझे find करना है, so I have to make the tangent. Tangent के साथ I have to make the gradient. As discussed, कि gradient ही मुझे rate of increase बताएगा by the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and this is how I will be doing this. And then the last part of it's a very long question, very tricky question, and a very conceptual one. Last part says by drawing another tangent to the graph. Now they want us to make another tangent to the graph representing an investment in company A. Find the value of x when the rate of increase of investment in each company meaning A and B, they were the same. अब हमने यहाँ पे ये देखा कि 7 years पे कंपनी ए की इन्वेस्टमेंट रेट 6.25 है, बी के लिए इट्स अ कांस्टेंट 3.75. अब हमें वो वैल्यू चाहिए है, एक्स की वो वैल्यू चाहिए, लाइक वी वांट टू सी कि कंपनी ए में 3.75 इन्वेस्टमेंट रेट कब होगा. दिस इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज एक्चुअली आस्किंग अस. कंपनी बी का तो हमें पता है इट हैज अ कांस्टेंट वैल्यू, इट इज अ 3.75 थ्रू आउट. At any year time, it's going to be a 3.75. मगर कंपनी ए के लिए $3.75 per year किस वक्त होना है? So being a tangent, being a constant gradient, what I can say is कि कंपनी बी की जो लाइन थी वो हमने इस तरह से यहाँ पे ड्रॉ की हुई है, राइट? सो अगर कंपनी ए में भी यही 3.75 ग्रेडियंट वैल्यू होना चाहिए है, so to do that, I will be having a line again parallel to this line. I will be moving my scale a little below ताकि मुझे यही एक parallel line मिल जाए, और ये parallel line I can see I'm getting somewhere here, right? I've made a line parallel to the line of company B. Parallel क्यों बनाया? क्योंकि company B में gradient value was a 3.75, and we know for two parallel lines the gradient has to be the same. So company A में भी तो मुझे यही gradient चाहिए होगा. Company A should also have the same gradient which is a 3.75. इसके लिए मैंने ये parallel line बनाई, and then what I can see कि ये parallel line इस point पर ज़्यादा touch कर रही है इस curve को. Therefore I can say that in 2 years time, approximately in 2 years time, company A के लिए भी यही rate of increase होगा. So what is my answer? My answer, then find the value of x. That means I can say for company A it should be a 2 years over here. So it has been a very long question. I know a lot of concepts have been done here. I hope it's clear to everyone. If there is any query, you are allowed to ask now. Yes. So I will end the topic here. Yes, please, Laiba. Yes, Laiba, you have a query here. You can just unmute yourself and ask. That would be more, it's a better way to communicate. Please unmute and have your query solved. D part 2, D part 3. Okay, so D part 2 and D part 3. All right, so I'll go back to those two parts, D part 2 and D part 3. So D part 2. All right, so D part 2 says, D part 2 state the rate of increase of an investment in company B. देखो रेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट अभी हमने इंक्रीज इन इन्वेस्टमेंट हमने यहाँ पे अभी देखा था जब हमने पार्ट 1 बना व्हेन वी डिड डी पार्ट 1 वी सेड कंपनी ए में इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है $25 से हमने start किया था. So what was the rate in 7 years time? So to get that, we made the tangent to this curve. And where was the tangent? The tangent was at 7 years. We made this tangent here. ठीक है? Rate का क्या मतलब है? Rate has to be the ratio for the y values. In this case, it's the values in dollar over the x values here, which is actually the number of years जिसमें value increase होनी है. So here, if this is the tangent when x is equals to 7, x is equals to 7, this is the tangent that you have. So I got 2 points. एक तो 330 था और दूसरा 7 and 55 था. Again, repeating, rate of increase in any value is actually the gradient value. So यहाँ पे tangent बना के मुझे इस tangent का gradient find करना जरूरी था to get the rate of increase in company A after 7 years. So I had these two values, 755 or 330. So 755 or 330 के लिए 755 and 330, I applied the gradient formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 55 minus 30 over 7 minus 3, I got the gradient which is a 6.25. Meaning 7th year पे company A में rate of increase was a $6.25 per year. Part 2, company B के लिए उन्होंने हमें relationship y in terms of x was given with respect to this linear equation. The gradient value here is y is equals to mx plus c, m is at 3.75. So what is the rate of increase of this investment per year? 3.75. So company B has a constant rate of investment, which is at $3.75 per year. And then part 3, drawing another tangent to the graph representing an investment in company A. So tangent, it has to touch the curve at one point. Find the value of x when the rate of increase of investment in each company were the same. So हमने tangent बनाना था. So what we did was same अगर rate of investment है. So we know company B में investment rate is at 3.75. Meaning there has to be a line for company A also, which needs to be parallel to company A, because I know कि gradient for company B is a 3.75. So gradient of company A also needs to be a 3.75. So I just made this line parallel to the line for B. This is the line for A, and this was the line for B that we had made. दोनों parallel lines हमने बनाने की कोशिश की, and then what I said was कि इस point पर मुझे tangent मिल रहा था for this line which I have drawn for A, representing the time period of 2 years. So representing a time period for 2 years मतलब second year में company A का investment rate per year वही था जो कि company B का investment rate throughout the year रहा है, throughout the time period रहा है. So this is what it means for part D, part 1, 2, and then 3. So I hope it's clear now. So with that, I would like to really end the session. It had been a long session and we really apologize for starting late because of some technical issues. I hope I have tried my best कि आपको इस topic से related तमाम concepts जो हम cover कर सकते थे वो हम आज I've tried my best to cover those topics, and I would really appreciate your feedback, and if there are more queries you can just send the queries on the group, WhatsApp group, and we can see what we can do about that. Thanks a lot for joining, and wish you all the best for your exams. And okay, first, where to submit the feedback? Submit it on the WhatsApp group, please. They will open the chat now, so you can submit the feedback. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Or if you want, you can submit. You do have my number. You do have the Academy's number also, the WhatsApp number. आप वहाँ भी उसको submit कर सकते हैं. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Allah Hafiz.